Hey, everybody, and welcome to another edition of WCNC Charlotte's Off the Clock with Carboni podcast. I'm your host, sports director at WCNC Charlotte, Nick Carboni. And thank you for joining us. This is a special edition of the podcast. We normally drop these on Friday mornings, but we're coming to you Wednesday morning because it is the day of the NBA draft. Normally it's in June. Obviously, a lot of stuff got shifted around this year. So here we are on November 18th. And a lot of kids' dreams are going to come true tonight, including several from right here in Charlotte. You've got Patrick Williams, who's at Florida State, but played at West Charlotte. He figures to be a top 10 pick in the first round. You've also got Nate Hinton out of Gastonia. He played at the University of Houston. He could be a second-round pick for somebody who's lucky enough to get him. He's a great kid. And we've got probably a second-round pick. I hope he goes in the first round. Providence Day grad Devon Dotson, point guard for the Kansas Jayhawks. They had a great year, could have made a great run in the NCAA tournament, but of course it never happened. So Devon has been out in Las Vegas training. His dad is out there with him. He's a great family, tight-knit family. They love basketball. And he's going to be the second guy in a row from Providence Day to be picked in the draft. Grant Williams went in the first round to the Celtics last year, had a really good rookie year. And at some point in this podcast, you're going to hear Devon's answer to what's he going to do when he's one-on-one against Grant, one of his best answers of the podcast. But Devon's a great kid. He's going to be a great player in the league. We're so excited to have him. Here is Off the Clock with Devon Dotson. All right, Devon, we start off the clock by putting you on the clock for about a minute. So I'm going to get some rapid-fire questions your way. If you came back to Charlotte for one night and one night only, where are you grabbing dinner?
I'm going to Sea Level to get the oysters. That's my fave. Uptown.
All right, good answer. What is your best NBA? Everybody likes to make the NBA comp. Devon Dotson is this player, but who would you say it is for you?
I'm a little bit of a lot of people. I try to pick pieces from different players in the league. It's not one specific person. I'm trying to be the first Devon Dotson. So.
And one word to describe how you are feeling as the NBA draft approaches.
Excitement, blessed. So
awesome. So you're out in Las Vegas. So why Vegas? Why is that the best place for you to get ready for all this?
Right. So I'm with an agency called CAA. They're based out of LA, and that's where if COVID didn't hit, we would have trained out of. But we're in the middle of a pandemic, so we had to change locations and train in Vegas. And it's just been great going against different players from this draft, getting ready and just trying to, expand your game out here. So, it's been great.
Who are you going up against out there that maybe you didn't play in college that you really wanted to see how you fared against?
Malachi Flynn from San Diego State has been out here. I haven't played him in college. Josh Green from Arizona, I haven't played. So they're all West Coast guys. So Tyrese Halliburton is in my conference, so I played against him a lot of times. So it's been great going against players and just getting ready for the next jump.
What has it been like? I mean, in a normal year, you would be suiting up in NBA games right now. So what has it been like to go through the process this way, where you can't even talk to Grant from 2 years ago because it's a totally different experience?
Right. It's totally different. Last year you had a chance to go work out for teams and really match up against different players in front of teams. But, that's not the case this year, where it's just different. You have to be mentally focused, mentally locked in. And that's what I've been, making the emphasis of. It's just, it's been long, but all of this can pay off one day. So, we had medicals last week that I did, and had some combine testing at this off-site gym, which can help out a lot. So, everything's been different for sure, but they've been finding ways to work around it.
So, forgive my ignorance, I'm trying to keep up with the NFL right now and everything else going on in the world. So, how are you working out for teams? Are you just doing it virtually?
No, so just in the last 2 weeks, they've allowed about 4 staff personnel from that team to come watch a workout. So it's like a one-on-one workout, and I had a Raptors workout last week. So staff from that team, the GM, came to watch me work out one against O. So I mean that's what is taking place right now, and up until I think November 15th, 3 days before the draft, teams can come out and watch you work out.
Well, you still did the combine. We know that just from a quick Google search. So 3.02 seconds in the 3/4 court run. Is that accurate? That's like the second fastest in a decade. Were you expecting that time?
No, I was. I had a pretty great showing last year at the combine, and I know with my weight training and agility work, it was going to go up. Me being a sophomore in college, so yeah, those times are accurate. So I was happy about my results.
Yeah, I mean, just how difficult was that decision last year to go test the waters? I mean, it's designed that way now, so you can go test the waters and then not like. I mean, it's almost like right there in front of you, being a professional basketball player. So, kind of what was that like for you to come back to school?
I mean, actually, it was a great experience. Just learning everything and knowing different things that it takes to get to the next level. So, talking to teams, getting feedback from teams, it was very beneficial. Going through that, kind of you take it to your off season, and really, I mean, it's kind of like not an eye opening, but it's more motivation. If you're not ready that year, you go back and prove what you can do the next year. So I benefited a lot from that process last year.
Take you back a little bit. I mean, I don't know your family very well, but you guys just seem to be really tight-knit, and basketball seems to be super important. So what was it like to grow up in the Dotson household, the Dotson basketball family, and what is it like to experience all this with them?
It's super competitive. My family, very competitive family, loves sports. Super tight. Just whether that's playing card games at the table or anything we're doing, it's always a competition. So, my older brother has played a big role in my life and my career. So, just playing against him every day in the driveway or in the basement helps out a lot. So, just going through that was really, really nice.
Was basketball your first sports love, or was there another sport that you thought maybe that was your future?
I played a lot of sports growing up. I played soccer, baseball, football. I played a little hockey for like half of a season. But think about me.
Hey, if you go to Toronto, that might come in handy.
It might. They love their hockey up there. But yeah, like me, I grew up playing a lot of sports. So I really didn't focus on basketball to like 7th grade. I was really good at football. I liked it a lot, but with the injuries and everything, I thought basketball was the best route for me.
So obviously, I'm sure you stood out right away and stuff, but like when did playing at a place like Kansas become a reality? When did going to the NBA become a reality? I mean, does it take a while for those offers to get in and kind of see where you're at, for that to kind of sink in, like this could be what I do?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's funny because we were having a conversation, I think last week at the dinner table, but with my dad and brother, but I just figuring out when did it, hit. I think so. Freshman year, stuff was kind of slow.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting some male interest. Some interest, and then I would say sophomore year, that Providence Day school year, things really started to take off. Getting offers from Clemson, big schools, and then there was a Christmas tournament. UNC offered me, and I think that's when it hit me where I can play at a high Division I level. I can really make this a career, and my sophomore year I was just focused on playing high Division I college basketball, and then And then it moved to my senior year when I made the McDonald's All-American game. I think that kind of hit me. It was like, I have a chance to go to the league. So I think around my sophomore and senior year in high school, things started to, I could really, make this a career. So
I talked to you right after everything got canceled with the NCAA tournament. Now that you're 6 months removed from that and you hopefully go on to a really long, successful NBA career, how do you think you'll look back on this year at Kansas where you guys had so much potential and did accomplish so much, but there's always probably going to be that just what if kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I know it's always going to be a what if. It's always going to, if a reminder or highlight clip, runs by, it's always going to pop in the back of my mind, and it's going to leave, a little sour taste just because of the special season and everything we had going for us. It was kind of our year, so you can learn from it. You learn from things can be taken away at any moment, but you got to make the most of the opportunity you're in right now. Some things are bigger than basketball. Some things are bigger than things you can control. But I'm trying to control what I can control right now, and that's getting ready for the next level. So
I know you guys don't like read all the, at least I don't think so, all the mock drafts and the scouting reports, but you know yourself better than anybody. So if there's a knock on you, what is it, and how have you kind of combated that as you enter the draft?
So I mean, what I've been focusing on, during this process is just becoming a knockdown shooter. Finding different ways of getting my shot off. So shooting off the dribble, and I just was watching more film. I watch a lot of film. Just leading, finding different spots to play the game, and just having building that IQ and that knowledge for the game. Is big in the next level. The mental part of the game is super big in the NBA. So just learning, being a sponge, and trying to soak up as much knowledge as I can.
Hypothetical, you're going to go up against Grant Williams at some point. Yeah. Maybe you're on the same team, so maybe it's in practice. But I don't know if they would ISO him on you or what. If you get that matchup, where are you going with it?
I'm giving him a hard cross, and I'm gonna try to dunk on him. So that's what I'm doing. He loves to try to block shots. He's been doing that since 7th grade. That's his thing. He's never afraid to go up and jump with somebody. So I mean, he's got dunked on a lot of times, and I always joke with him about it. But that's where I'm going for sure.
Hey, at least he's going for it, right? What? It's pretty cool that you guys are both going to be in the NBA, coming from the same school in Charlotte, North Carolina. Did you guys talk about that when you were kids? You talk about it now?
Yeah, I mean, I hit him up probably like 2 weeks ago, last week, just asking him, just checking in, how's he doing, and he's giving me advice about the process and interviews and different things to say. So I mean, it's super cool coming from Providence Day, Charlotte, just putting on for Charlotte. So, it's a blessing for sure.
All right, so what are you going to do on draft night? Where are you going to watch? Who are you going to be with? And what are you going to be feeling, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be in Charlotte. It's all virtual, this draft. So, I'm going to be in Charlotte with, people around me and having just a little, not a party because of COVID, but some people around me, and I'm definitely gonna feel anxious. A lot of emotions are gonna be running through my mind on draft night. Excitement, just a lot of things. So nervous. I'm gonna be very nervous. So it's gonna be fun. I hope so, and I just can't wait. It's been long. Draft's supposed to be in June. It's now November 18th, but it's like 3 weeks away. So I'm ready for it.
Yeah, Devon, I mean, always a pleasure talking to you, and I appreciate it again. But, I mean, can you believe you're just a few weeks away now from this dream that you've likely had at least since 7th grade, like when you started this basketball-centric journey?
Nah, I mean, it's just a blessing when you look back and seeing all the hard work and seeing, as much time you invested into the sport and the long nights, the sacrifices. So, it's just going to be just not a relief because, it's not over. Once you get drafted, you still have to work, but it's going to be a time where it's appreciated and just a special night. So.
All right, great stuff. We've got more on Devon and the other Charlotte kids that could get drafted tonight, as well as what the Hornets might do. Collection of mock drafts on our website right now, WCNC.com/sports. Be sure to stick with us right here at WCNC Charlotte. I'm going to be posted up here all draft night to bring you the very latest on air and online on WCNC Charlotte. So we'll see you on TV.